begin with the intergalactic channel of Alpha Alpha. Okay? Profound samadhi. When we say profound, we're talking about the whole picture. And we're talking about samadhi, we're talking about being in the highest state of mind that you can be in a third dimensional body without actually going out of the body. You come into the knowledge of as much that's in your mind to know. That's what profound samadhi is.
Okay.
It also goes with intrinsic awareness. Profound samadhi, intrinsic awareness. See, these are things that we have to start correlating. Okay. And now what else? I had to draw this picture. It's not the best picture of dumb quality, but it's hard to find these symbols in the artificial matrix. So dumb quality goes with alpha alpha automatically. It's thermic heat. It's intrinsic awareness. Nothing escapes it. It zeroes in. Now we're talking about the energy now, okay? Well, of course, we say my father, but the father is really the electricity of it. It's not like a parent. It finds its target. That's why people don't get away with nothing. People murder somebody or do some slick, sly, nasty-ish, and then they think they got away with it, and the next life comes, all of it is clung to them. And in that life, they don't understand why me? Why am I going through all this, right? Because you paying back some stuff that you did in another time. Now we know that these things deal with the red dragon on Dali. This is the emblem for that. We see the target sign right there. We see the 1,000-petal lotus there. We know that it deals with Om, which is still ringing in space. Om, that's what you would hear. After all these billions of years, still radially focused, still direct energy. Why you need to know this? Because we are made up of this electricity. This is what's going to help us to self-create ourselves. And we'll see that as we continue on. Alpha, beta, informative samadhi, the dumb dwar, luminic light. Now, when we say dumb dwar, luminic light, after we just got through talking about the heat and the direct energy and the fire, I wanted to let y'all know that this luminic light packs a punch too. Okay, how does it? Because it's an attraction. It pulls. It's like a charm. And what archetype goes with this? The blue hand. Now, why did I put down there dance and mudra and beauty? Because it's a part of the attraction. It's a part of the charm, of the pull. When certain races, okay, or ethnicities, when they have parties or weddings or whatever, the men will get out there and be dancing. It's an alluring dance. It's charm. They're very charming. We call men charming. We don't really call women charming too much, but we really call men charming. It's a pull. If you want to get something, you should dance, the mudra. In the Jewish, Hebrew, I should say, ancient Hebrews, if you were married to a man and you had company to come, menfolk that you liked, they might be family or just really good friends of the family, but you know that they're single, okay? And you have daughters. They will have their daughters to dance, okay? We might see that in certain older pictures depicting, say, like Moses. If you look at the old 10 Commandments, you might see when Moses went to the house of Jethro, and his son, he didn't have any sons, but he had daughters. And remember, for those who saw the 10 Commandments, how the daughters were out there dancing, right? It's a form of a charm, because if he could get his daughters married, that helps the family to grow. That's a foundation builder. That's an accomplishment. You get where we're going? But the flow is very powerful. Mm. You might meet somebody for the first time and go, damn, I'm attracted. Why? What's going on here? I don't know that person. They don't know me. right?
Mm-hmm.
And I might be married or in a commitment or something. I don't understand. Well, most likely what's going on is that it's a past life type of thing. That in order to get you two together, in order to play out the karma that you all had, and it doesn't have to be anything sexual. It doesn't have to mean that that you have to have anything sexual going on. No, but that's going to be the attraction. That's the only thing that will attract. I mean, and get you until you get the person, and you go, well, damn, I didn't realize I was going to be going. I didn't know you was a karmic. But that's part of the luminix duty, is to make sure that it comes together. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Beta.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I'm sorry, I forgot to show y'all the haram, for the alpha beta. But anyway, it's correct. Beta beta. The cosmic cube. Now, what's going on with beta beta? We have chemio. And what does this do? What does chemio do? It's a negative static. It's lacking emotion. Now, beta beta is over what? Waking conscious mediumship.
Okay.
And what else is in the waking conscious mediumship? Now that we're there, what radioplasma correlates with beta beta? It's gamma. And what does gamma do? Hey, Neil. We're talking about awareness and attraction that pacifies, correct? Which is showing up the high priestess who has the breath and the communication and stuff. But at this stage, you are awake and you are alert, higher dimensional information. That's correct. We don't want to put nothing in the box, and I'm going to have to go back to the fact that it's beta beta, a science channel, and I'm bringing that up because Einstein's theory of relativity. Boy, oh boy, Einstein's theory of relativity. Einstein said it. I'm sick of Einstein. I'll tell you why I'm sick of it, because we don't hear nothing about Tesla. Because they said because he could never really prove it and put it on paper and prove it. He was like, in other words, he was in the metaphysics. He was on a way higher level and working with the cosmic electricity that way. It was much more advanced. Well, they can't put him in these books for school. They don't want nobody going into their higher conceptual dimensional ideas. So they give us some damn Einstein. Now, don't get me wrong, the theory of relativity has its place. But now science, and I got 3 books, all of them saying the same thing. The stuff that they have learned about the theory of relativity it's just no longer true. And they don't know why. They don't know what's going on. They have an inkling, but in science, if you can't prove it, it's like it don't exist. In beta beta, it says don't just think about mundane thoughts and let that just keep running the show. No, it's time to think higher. The only way you're going to do that is by following the 1320 calendar, knowing what these archetypes are, how they're operating, what the negative static is. So negative static means lacking motion. Now, if your thoughts are lacking motion, that means that you have time to obey, to follow, to see through the third eye. You have time to because the doorway to the astral realm and psychic dimensions comes from the third eye, your whole forehead, right? You can't have no motion going on when you're building, seeing it in your mind's eye. But once you get it and you have receive this higher construct of co-creation, then you can begin to move it beta alpha or beta nova, continuing consciousness. If beta beta is a negative static and it's not going to move, it's just simply aware. It's simply attracted and it's aware. So in other words, it's got it in its hand, but it gotta move now, doesn't it? It has to move. It can't just stay there being aware and attracted. Talking to the beta beta, your higher thought that you built that is in your mind's eye. Come. It's demanding for you to come. And how is it going to come? We're talking electricity here. Positive magnetic. What does Kali do? It catalyzes. Why am I talking about catalyzing? Because beta, the negative static, the thought has to be catalyzed now. It has to move. It has to be magnetic so that it could be established now. See, the light of inner heat is catalyzed by calm.